Right, let me check that everything is working. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, I can hear me speaking. All right, let's bring the music and let's start. Okay, let's go. So, I was absent last weekend, partially because that by that time I didn't have much progress. Sorry, let me check this. You hear me? Let me check this. You hear me? Okay, we're back. Yeah, I just accidentally disconnected my headphones. But anyway, yeah, what I was talking. So yeah, I had to skip last Sunday, partially because I didn't have much progress on the issues that we were trying to resolve, and second is because I had to concentrate on some other stuff. Well, practically I just needed some rest. I had heavy week back then. So yeah, so what's the latest? I managed to resolve some of migration issues, and part of them were fixed and part of them I figured out on myself, but not all of them. So first I updated version to 9.7.0. What's interesting, it's kinda an official version. Yeah, it's available through npm, but they didn't really publish it on a website, on their GitHub page. So the last official version as of now, 9.6.2. But to be honest, this change doesn't do anything because 9.6.2, they have fixes in place there, and regardless of the version, now I can run it and I can even start it. It loads. However, not all issues were resolved there, and so let me go through what was resolved. Imports were resolved actually, so right now I can import it that way, so I'm able to import things and it's getting bundled, as you can see. That required some fix on their site, on Babylon.js site. Another thing that we had crash with merged meshes, I fixed that. The thing is that initially this function supported 6 arguments, and according to documentation it's still the same, but in fact, I guess they didn't update documentation. It doesn't work anymore that way. So pretty much before, if you have the last parameter as true, it implies that actually fifth parameter is also true. This one pretty much overrides this one. But now sixth parameter doesn't do anything. So yeah, to fix that, I pretty much got rid of this one. This one I just replaced undefined, and yeah, use fifth parameter as true. And it brought things back to life. Yeah, I did it in a couple of places, but that's pretty much a fix. So yeah, as you can see, so even like complex meshes like turret, it's assembled. What's strange, however, it feels like it I don't know, is it me or fire rate changed? It's kind of interesting what happened. It shoots kind of very slow. Let me compare with deployed version. Because, okay, texture didn't load, okay. So, because here, as I remember, it shoots like much more faster. Okay, some textures failed to load, but that's okay. So, because here, in deployed version, I don't know, it's more or less the same. I believe it was shooting faster before. Maybe I tweaked that, but whatever. Okay, at least it works, right? So we kinda managed to migrate to ninth version. Now it works. But of course, I'm pretty sure that there are much more hidden issues, and one of them actually is right here. When you try to run it, npm run dev, it brings that crash. There is something still broken inside Babylon.js dependencies, and on the start, it gives some warnings like this. It doesn't prevent you from starting the thing, but the problem is that it greatly increases booting time. So if before I do npm run dev, all that thing took like 5 to 10 seconds maximum, usually like more like 5. Now it loads like a minute, because I suppose it tries to load this, cannot do it, and give up. So where exactly it's happening? It's actually going from here. When I import inspector, when bundler tries to bundle it finds this import, it thinks like, okay, I need to bundle this thing. It does, and this inspector underneath uses some like this component, yeah, GUI editor, and it tries to bundle this, and it can't because of broken dependency. It just dies. So yeah, there is something under this dependency is broken, because if I remove that, I see like no error. I tried to raise this in forum, but got ignored pretty much, or wasn't understood. I will try to approach it one more time, maybe create it as a separate inquiry instead of like being part of another one. Yeah, we will address that, but for now, let's maybe save what we have. Well, it's kind of an official version here, but whatever, we will update it in the future anyway. So let's keep it as it is. Update it. Too much. Current version. I guess that's a thing. Okay, so let's keep it. I will try to address this issue one more time, but overall we managed this to run, which is good. So, and there is one thing, one curious thing that appeared in 9th branch that I want to try is outline layer, and I don't know if it worth to try, but we just going to try and see, and if we don't like, we revert it. So why do we need it? Let me restart the game. So you see, we're using outlines, but those are like kinda ugly. They really try to like outline every vertices, every vertex possible, and in some areas with high amount of vertices, it looks like meh. So, and at the same time, a new outline feature looks much more intelligent, because let me show you the example. Where is it? Okay. Okay, here. You see, if I select, it outlines only like outstanding parts of the mesh. But if you see here, when it's on the body, it doesn't outline it. You see what I'm talking about, right? You can see that like it's like moves away. And that looks like objectively better. The problem though, that it requires the definition of global outline layer, and we need to figure out how to pass. So for testing purposes, here is what we're going to do. We will pass it to one of our weapons and see if new outline looks better. So how to pass it down there? I mean, obviously there are so many ways how we can approach it, but I think probably better way to do it is through resource loader. We can just initiate it here and just pass down the weapon directly. Let's actually see how we do it before. So yeah, here. So for the weapons, we just edit mesh properties, and pretty much this thing can be applied anywhere where the mesh is. So we don't need to pass any dependencies, we can do it like right on the mesh. With new approach though, it's a bit more complicated. We'll need to pass additional dependency. Let's just try to pass it to one particular gun, and let's actually pick what we want to experiment with. We can actually check this, let's say our Saigai and AK, kinda similar in a way, so we can compare them. Okay, I think I can pass the new outline layer to Saiga and see how it will improve. So let's experiment, let's define, I guess, it here. We should go to resource loader, but our like loadable resources, and shareable resources. For example, okay, create bullet, it creates this thing. Okay, that works. Let's just create it here, like this. Line layer. see how it goes here. Okay. Like this. Okay. Okay. I will not do anything with options yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going just to pass it to our like Saiga destructible manager. I will pass it just here. So yeah, yes please. So now if we open weapons, Saiga, line layer, we have non-picked mesh. Have it here. And okay, and we need to add it to the weapon as well. Outline layer. Okay, so now when we create pickup instance here, so this is what we should do. Okay, we do a lot of stuff, and here if this outline layer it's not really add mesh, it's something else. It's add selection, right? Another actually big problem, but API supports add selection and clear selection. We cannot evict picked up thing. That's a problem, but I will check what we have in private properties. Maybe we can just do like workaround. So, okay, this one accepts like abstract mesh or like array of abstract meshes. And let's try to add it. A problem that we cannot evict them individually, because when we pick up gun, we should remove that from the layer because mesh is disposed. I don't know what kind of protection they have on this. Maybe they will just ignore non-existing mesh, but it still will be probably in the internal items array, and that bothers me. But let's see. So we go add selection. So, and yeah, we need to suppress things here. And here. Okay. And okay, I will probably move it closer. Okay. Okay. Let's see if it works at all. Yeah, we have that problem, of course. And okay, instant crash. Explosion manager, wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, I understand where it's coming from, because some guns like this, yeah, we have. Oh wow. That's terrible. Need to include bows as well, otherwise it will be out of sync. So we go to weapons. Yeah, like potential things. Well, it's not how it should be done, but we will address it later. For now, I just want to see if it's like, if it's worth it at all. Okay, boot it. And no outline. Like, not at all. Okay, it didn't work. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if it set up here at all. Undefined. Okay, that explains things. It's because from here. Ah, no, that's fine. That's fine actually. Let's see. Okay, it's okay, okay. Okay, rocket launcher. Two things. Grenade. SMG. Okay, here. Still undefined. Okay, that's not healthy. Okay. It's not passing it through. Let's see why. I know why. Because resource loader here, I will do it like now. Okay, now it should pass. Okay. Well, that looks much better. Yeah, I think it's worth the struggle. Like, it's like, this is awesome. I mean, the only thing is to check how it. Okay, let me try to access it. So, level manager, current level, dependencies. Oh, it has it like that, okay. Resource loader. Yeah. Outline layer. Okay, what do I have there? Okay, I see outline color. I don't see, however, the don't see the array of entities. It's not exposed in any way, probably it's just not even stored. It has parameters, but it doesn't have anything. So I cannot access added instances, unfortunately. Okay, let's try to brush it a bit. So first let's do appropriate color for that. We can go from weapon. Yeah, I want outline color and outline width. Okay. Layer. Outline color. Okay, great. Color. Okay, let me see if it worked. Yeah. Okay, it worked 100%. So now I want one layer. We had here like that. Let me check how it's called. It's called outline thickness instead. Okay. Outline thickness. Let's reboot. And it's gone. Okay. By default it's set to 2. I think it like uses different scale, and in fact it looks okay, maybe too much. Okay, I see. It goes like everywhere, which is not good. But it has like rendering group ID -1. It should not go through. I mean here. Oh. Okay. I see how it works, but I want to disable this thing. Okay, let's see with, let's finish with thickness. Maybe I will put just 1 here. Yeah, I think it's better, but does it support like fractions? Maybe 1 is a minimum, and if you set up lower goes. Well, it supports technically, but and it starts to look ugly. I think 1 is okay. Okay, I totally understand the purpose for that, but I want to disable it. The question is, can I? Line. Layer, no. That's not what I want to care. Yeah, I think this thing, occlusion things, neutral, what's this? Occlusion strength, occlusion threshold. Okay, I believe, let me actually experiment here. Here, occlusion strength, 0. Maybe it will just I think it became much more visible actually. Oh yeah, okay. I think 1 cuts this off completely, yeah, and numbers below. 1 adds transparency, but what I want to do, I want to disable effect 0. If I set 1, okay, but if I do 0, what will happen? Okay, this actually affects stuff, right? Okay, I think I see. So if I have 0, what's the difference? Okay, it shows how much of this pass through, because with 0 it's much more pale. If I set like -1, yeah, I think it has some apparently this affects just brightness, but this thing affects how much we can see through. And if I set like more than 1, it's completely eliminated. Well, this configuration will give me desired effect, but I would also love, you know, to disable it at all. Because I'm worried that it's wasting computation power. Oh, I see actually what happened. I picked them up, but the outline wasn't dissolved. That's funny. That's what we should address. Okay, we confirmed that it technically works, but we really need to think of code structure, and first of all, I think we really need to reorganize how we're passing things down the line. I think we need to construct it into the depths, because this thing they are like highly depends on guns, and I don't want to spam it that way, so let's try to organize this in depth. Have these things to be a bit different. Do we use self anywhere here at all? Okay, we use it here, but we don't really use global one. So what I want to do, I want this. Actually, you know what? Let's not automate it, let's just like, let's try to be explicit so we can have control over it. Can do like depths. Tabs. Switch manager. Like this. Same thing. And I will list all of them. Including those, like, let's have them in order. So, switch manager, audio manager, destructible manager now, explosion manager, okay, and sector manager, okay, and outline layer. So this is how I can access my dependencies. Okay, so now I need to go pretty much through every gun and can pretty much cut off on dependencies. So let's go to our resource loader, and from now on, if I go to guns, we have that region, right? Yes, region weapons. Okay, so yeah, we're just doing depths. I even, for simplicity, do like with depths. And which one? Fantastic. Okay. Then here, so thus we pass what we really need, but we will simplify greatly things hidden there. Steps. Same things. Switch manager, audio destructible manager, but also no, we don't pass this one. We pass outline layer only. Outline layer. Okay. That's okay, great. Alright, here we come. Audio manager, destructible manager, but also explosion manager, right? And sector manager. Okay. Good. And here, boom. I don't know, however, why we don't use sector manager here, but use it where, but okay, whatever. So now we need to go through every gun pretty much. Let's start with our Saiga. We don't do that stuff anymore. Yeah, we'll just pass steps and the parent class will figure this out. It's like essentially like steps. Okay, here we pass really a lot. Why do we need sector manager here, whoa? Like projectile. To track where, okay, yeah. To check collisions as it flies. It's fine. Do depths. We can do that, but okay, we don't need this anymore. And here we do so if it's not defined here, we'll do this. If it's undefined, we create another one. Actually, let me revisit all our things. SMG. We don't define any managers here. Okay, rocket launcher. Good, good. Okay. Just depths. Okay, let's go for AK. And the last one, grenade. Again, kind of the same thing. We will do this, or if it's undefined, we go this. Okay, cool. The last thing is we have like imported weapon, yeah, that thing. Alright, so technically it should pass it down the stream. We have resource loader, we attached every individual depth we need, and then in the parent class here it should pick up dependencies. If some is missing, then it's null and it's just fine. And actually I realized something. Here we should go with this, because if it's defined to null, we want to override it. Yeah, okay. And let's see, everything crashes. No. Okay. I mean, it works, essentially. Now let's pass it fewer. We pretty much need to pass it everywhere. Add to dependencies in resource loader, and it will accessible everywhere, which is good. Which is easy, we just need to add this thing everywhere. But what we didn't address is how to remove it from outline. And the problem is that in the outline layer we don't have references to to meshes. We cannot just go through array and splice it. We need to hold a parallel array somewhere. It's exactly like it's done here. You see, we have this selection, and when we switch the selection, when we pick something else, we clear selection and add new selection. So yeah, unfortunately we'll have to do the same, which means that we have no other options aside of creation new manager. I'm so sorry. Fine. Okay, so class find manager. Yes. Okay, we'll figure out this later. So we go to resource loader. Instead of this, we will load things. Can pretty much copy and paste it. Outline layer, we create this. I would really give name here, and we need scene as well. Yeah. I also would love to keep these things separately. Okay. Okay, good. We set up our defaults and selection. All right, now I'm going to use exactly same interface like here, add selection, clear selection. So add selection. I will keep it uniform. I mean, as I said, I want to keep it uniform. It will be always array, so give up on this one. We don't need this. Also add selection, meshes. Okay, this is gone. Like this. What I don't like, however, is using for each. So let's do like fast approach. Okay. But we can do it even better. -1. Okay. So fast that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And obviously clear selection. Okay, if that's easier, it will be this. Outline layer, clear selection, but also this. Okay, cool. And evict mesh, I guess. But here is a problem. We cannot do this, like at all. Okay, let's do filter. What I can no, not like this. Like this. With finding, okay, and this do clear selection and this line layer add selection. Yep. Okay. If we go here, import outline manager. Okay, cool. Now let's init it here. But not like this, outline manager. Okay. So items outline, okay, that works. So if we revisit weapon class, okay, now here, if, yep, cool, now it should work kind of the same, right? Okay, okay. We forgot to export it, I think. Okay. Okay, let's see. I know what's happening. Weapon. Here should be like that. Okay. Nope. Okay, let's debug it. I'm pretty sure it happens. AK we don't have. Rocket launcher we don't have. Grenade. Tree. Okay. It's now. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see. Okay. Okay. My mistake. Resource loader, outline manager. Okay. Now, let's actually debug all things. Steps, outline manager. Okay, good. Then now, after we here, we go weapon, we go here. SMG. Okay. Okay, here we are. My manager. Okay, that should work now. That's fine. Okay, cool. Now we need to evict when we picking up the weapon. Do pick up. Where the mesh is being disposed. Instance. Weapon manager, pick up weapon, okay. Oh, it's just switching, right? Okay, it does this ammunition thing. Where do we dispose pickup instance? That's a bit unclear to me. Okay, it's a big mess, but where do we dispose it? backup handler. Okay, here. Yeah, here. Yeah, instance dispose. Yeah, here is a switch, hidden switch. But what else we do? We evict. So if okay. Cool. Let's see. Okay, mechanics is done. Now we just need to pass it to every gang possible, and that's it. And see how easy actually to do it. Okay. SMG. Pistol. Yeah. Here are a couple more. Okay, maybe for this one specifically, let's actually distribute it between the lines because it's starting to get unhealthy. I mean, if it fits in the screen, it's fine, but yeah, that's a bit too much when it's too long. Okay. All right. We're super cool. And yeah, should be up and running. The only thing, I don't know, is it me or I can literally feel how the performance is dragging. I mean, we disable it. Okay, let me see. It's not performance, it's, I don't know. No, not here. Rendering. Okay. Well, depends where we're looking at, but it's like solid, right? It's like at least 130 with very occasional drop under 130. But Oh yeah, that's nasty. I wasn't hallucinating, it's just... That's just terrible, I mean. If it will work that way, I don't want it, like, at all. Oh, that's just terrible. Actually, here, when I don't look, I'm good, but... Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, so... Obviously, it might be because of... because of what? Because of this thing, right? I go outline manager. Yeah, so... like occlusion strength. If I could disable occlusion entirely, maybe it will give some boost, but yeah. But you know, there is something I truly like regarding our today progress. What I like is how we actually refactored our dependency injection, make it more manageable. I want to keep it. What I don't want to keep it for now, though, is this thing. Yeah, so... You know, in the meantime, until I fix performance, let's bring things back here, like it was. But for resource loader, I will... I will suppress it for now. So I will not initialize it. Yeah, we have like some overhead because we're still passing dependencies. Well, we're checking it here and we're checking it here, but so I will keep refactoring and keep the old outline, which is ugly, but this... That's actually also not good. It's also terrible performance here. Well, I mean, if it's the case, then it's practically no difference. That made me think, okay, we have, when we're just staring like that, we have like 106, but okay, fine, if we do... Where is it? Okay. If we change it here and go to resource manager, where it is, okay. You know what? Yeah, it's actually no difference, essentially. We can just keep it and without degrading much, but what I want to figure out I actually want to ask on the forum if there is like hot switch somewhere where we can just disable occlusion permanently. So that would be awesome. Maybe if we do so, then it will give us some performance. Okay, let's review it once more. What we achieved today. Okay, for guns we just like simplified that stuff. Yeah, just easier management, outline manager, very straightforward, resource loader, just add it everywhere. And yeah, actually we managed to do it like with minimal code efforts while still keeping like a very declarative approach what we actually want to add. So that means that all our trash that will be accidentally passed to the devs object will be just simply ignored. Only these things go in. Yeah. I will keep that temporary stuff in case people want to revisit it, but for now, so far so good. I really want to double check on that occlusion stuff to disable it completely. But other than that, it's okay. So let me actually check once again that eviction works okay. Yeah, it works. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're good with this one. We'll commit and yeah, we're done for today. Quite productive. There are two things hanging as of now. First is this error on the boot, and the one is disabling occlusion stuff completely, so we can have some performance boost hopefully. Yep, very neat, nice refactoring, very easy to use manager, better outline visuals. Not bad, not bad. Okay, regarding following streams, I really want to do it like regularly every Sunday at this time, but unfortunately it may fluctuate depending on how I progress through those issues and depending on other stuff. It's really like too much going on right now in my life. I have quite busy work, which is good actually, but aside from that, have to deal with a lot of things, and depending on how everything is going. Oh, I actually just realized I didn't synchronize my songs, so bad. But okay. So yeah, depending on my availability, I will do streams. So I'm not promising every week, but I will try to do so. So yeah, I guess I will see you when I see you, and have a nice upcoming week. Bye.